Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Sunday segment of Divine Femininity United. I am your girl, Dr. Bianca Miss B. Lee, and I am here to journey along with you on this journey through the power. This is the Secret series, book number 2. And man, I tell you what, we are journeying successfully. It's been amazing. You already know the first book of the Secret series was obviously The Secret, the original book. Okay, it revealed the great secret of life, which is the secret of your thoughts and how your thoughts and what you think sends frequencies and transmits communication to the universe and brings back to you exactly what you're thinking of. Okay, so when you change your thoughts, you change what comes to you. It is basic law of attraction. So we learned that in the Secret book 1, the original book, and now we have transitioned on to book 2, the power, which puts an even greater force at our fingertips, which it talks about our feelings. It's now, so far, we're speaking about the power of our feelings. We learned in book 1 that your thoughts create your feelings. And then as long as we're sitting in those feelings, that is continual communication to the universe that is exactly what we want. So pretty much, as long as we're sitting in that, then we're saying, oh yes, this is what I want. I want to be here. I want to stay here. I want to live here. I want to remain here. And sure enough, law of attraction gives you exactly what you are asking for. And I know that all of us don't want a lot of the things that our feelings say that we do. Okay, that's why we have to bring those feelings under control, get those feelings under subjection, because those feelings are part of the reason why you are receiving the things that you don't want. Okay, change your feelings, you change what you're manifesting. Okay, so again, the book that we're journeying through is called The Power, and the author, the phenomenal author that wrote this book, and the others as well, and she has some co-writers. She had a lot of assistants. She used a lot of peers in the industry with spiritually. She used some stoics and philosophers from ages ago, and all of those things, the wise people of our our ancestral past, who understood what these powers are, who understood what these energies were, and what these principles were and laws were, and they tried to tell us, actually, I think in every age there is someone or several someones that try to communicate to us. I think in the age of Christ was that someone that tried to reveal to us the power within, right? The power that we possess. That's the reason why he spoke in parables. That's the reason why I understand it's not about anything outside of you. Your power that you need is already in you. And I'm just here to ignite that power so that you can do the things that I do and even greater works, because I'm about to be out of here in a few. So that was the whole purpose of Christ's existence, to remind us of who we are, not show us new things. No, to remind us of who we are already, not who we have to become. The only difference is we just have to align with who we already are. A lot of us don't even realize that we are as powerful as we are. You understand what I'm saying? But depending on what age it's been, you know what I mean? The message came across in many different facets, many different forms. Even before Christ, the age before him, there was, the Egyptian times and the Kemetic times. You had those individuals, and in that, the message was the same. Before that, or depending on what culture it was, regardless of the culture, the message, the vessel that was used, right? Krishna, the message that was used was the very same message across the board. This is why understanding is necessary. Wisdom is necessary. Just because you have the insight that you have The limited, I should say, let me put limited in there. The limited insight that you have doesn't mean that all that you have is all there is. No, no, no. There are several other facets at which the same message was delivered. Several other facets. But we've been conditioned to think that our way is the only way. No, you have got to understand that this big, huge, infinite, intelligent God, creator, I am the Almighty, is not just a one-trick pony. And it's not just going to deliver a single message one single way. You got to know this. The creative abilities of this big, huge, infinite intelligence, you have got to know that there's more than just one way that that single message of the Almighty was being delivered. You got to know that. I mean, some things are really basic common sense. I would hope so, right? I would hope so. There are many different facets in which the same message can be delivered, because so many different cultures may not be able to receive that same message the same way that you have. There are some platforms, there are some countries, there are some cities, there's some areas, some regions, some cultures that do not allow the name of Christ to be spoken at all, or it will be off with your head. So how could that message of Christ be delivered to those people if Christ is illegal and Christ cannot be spoken to them? It has to come in a different facet at which they can receive the same message. At the end of the day, it's all about igniting the power within you, not outside of you. That's another trick that has been, manipulated and twisted in all types of ways, to believe that what you need is outside of you. What you need, you have to go to it. You have to find it. You have to reach for a single person to get it. And if you don't go to this person, then you're doomed. No. Even with a person being anointed and gifted and called, or whatever the case, guess what? The only difference between them and you is the fact that they have realized their gift and their calling prior to you, right? And in them knowing their gift and calling, it's up to them to show you the same way Christ showed the people. It's up to them to show you how to ignite your own abilities and your own power inside of yourself, your own gift, your own calling inside of you, so that you no longer need them in order to activate your own power. Hello. But most people, they like the following. They like the posse. They like the entourage. They like to be celebrated and lifted up, as the one that's called versus everybody else. Every single person that is breathing on the face of this earth, you are called. If you were not called, you would not be here. Let me say that. If you were not called, if you were not gifted, if you were not already anointed to do a very special thing here on this planet, you would not be here. Period. Point blank. There is no one person higher and more called than you are. There's no one person that is more anointed and more gifted and more purpose than you are. Every single one of us are gifted, called, and purposed. The difference is some of us have become aware of that gift, that calling, and that purpose before others. And it is up to us as the ones who are aware to make aware the others of their own gifts, purpose, and calling. Not to exalt ourselves over them as if we're the called and they are not. Everyone who's living and breathing has a purpose. And their purpose is conducive to mine, and mine is conducive to theirs. We are one of one. We are one of one. We are all one. And I am one of one, the one whole of us all, right? Just as we are an extension of the one, the all, the source, the infinite intelligence, the I am the Almighty. We are one of one. There is no separatism. There is no division. There is no us and them. There's never been an us and them. It's all been a one, right? And so these books, and the reason that we go over these books, if you all know that my job by trade is cognitive therapy. I'm sorry, cognitive behavioral therapist is very much a tongue tire. Cognitive behavioral therapist, and life and purpose, and relationship and intimacy, and spiritual and purposeful, all of those things. Why? Because it's not about scratching the surface of what's wrong. No. I work in the whole of you. I don't just deal with your mental. I deal with your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, your sexual, your financial, your gift, your craft, your talents. I deal with all of it, because you need all of it to be aligned in order for you to carry out the things that you're supposed to carry out. Half the time, a lot of us don't even realize what our purpose is. We have no clue what we're here to do, some of us. That's the goal of those who are fully aware of what they're here for, to highlight and showcase to others. Let my fire ignite your fire so that you can see for yourself who you are and stand in that. Operate from that awareness, that reminder, that memory of who you are, right? That's what it is. And that's what these books are here to do, to help us to activate, help us to be who we already are, help us to align with what we already are, help us to do that, right? That's what we're here to do, right? Again, this book here, The Power by Rhonda Byrne, is doing just that, just like the first book did. It's just is reiterating and reinforcing and really doubling down on who you are, man. Get to know who you are every single day. Grow more and more acquainted with who you are. More and more acquainted with every new client that I have. That is the very first question that I ask in all sessions. Do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? Do you currently know who you are? Because the answer will tell me exactly what direction we need to go in their sessions. My job is to show you, to reflect for you who you are, to cause you to remember, to help open up your memory bank prior to hurt, pain, prior to conditioning that came from, family or society or, jobs or even self-told lies. My job is to help you to open up your memory bank so that you can align and connect with all of the things that you are already, that you didn't even remember, you didn't even think that you were. You already were. You already are. Been there, done that. Now it's just time for you to operate it and walk it out. That's it, And once you do that, our job is done. Our job is done. And the people that have been through my program and things like that, listen, I'm one of those ones that I love to see you come, but I love to watch you leave, okay? Because if you leave, when you leave, that tells me I already know at that point, I'm done with you. We're done. You already know, there's no need for me anymore. I don't need a crew. I don't need a posse. I don't need, years and years and years and years and years with people. No, because if you with me, I give you a year. Ask my clients right now. I give you a year. If I'm doing my job, then after a year, at a year's mark, you're done. You're good. And you can carry it out on your own. Now, if you come back to me at a later time, it's because of something else. It's definitely not because of what you came to me for in the first place. Trust me. But unfortunately, there's a whole lot of leaders that they feed off of their following. It's like their following is pumping them with blood, with all of the praise and the accolades and all this and all that. You can appreciate, absolutely. We can definitely appreciate and be grateful and show gratitude. But to idolize, to I have to bow at your feet because you're the chosen one. No, we're all chosen. We're all no, the toe is no better, is no smaller than the finger. The head is no better than the elbow. Every piece and component of the one body is important. It is important. Okay? It is important. You are important to the whole of us. No one person is better than you. No one person is more called than you. We are all called. We are all chosen. If not, we would not be here right now. Okay? Don't you ever let nobody tell you otherwise. Period. Okay? Just because they want to stroke their own ego. That's crazy. All right? All right, here we go. I don't know what that was for and who that was for. But I tell you what, it was necessary apparently. Okay? All righty, you all. Here we go. We are about to begin the Power Chapter 3. And it's entitled Feelings Frequency. But of course, we always have to go over the recap of what we learned last chapter, right? Which in this book, they're called Points of Power, okay? Last chapter, we learned how you feel in any one moment is more important than anything else, because how you feel right now is creating your life. That is absolutely true. Your feelings matter. They could be telling you the truth, or they could be telling you a lie. But we go towards our most dominant thoughts, which are influenced by our feelings. Okay. Now, your feelings are the power of your thoughts and words. It's what you feel that matters. What are you feeling? What are you feeling? I don't think we ask ourselves that enough. How am I feeling? What am I feeling? We don't check in with ourselves enough at all. Okay. The next, all good feelings come from love. All negative feelings come from the lack of love. It's simple, plain and simple. It's love or no love, either way. That's it. Okay. The next, every good feeling unites you with the force of love, because love is the source of all good feelings. Absolutely. The next, amplify your good feelings by thinking about all the things you love. Count the things you love nonstop, one after the other. Keep listing everything you love until you feel amazing. Count your blessings, you all. Count your blessings. Whenever you feel, here's an interjection right here. Whenever you feel down, whenever you feel like, oh, you're running out, you don't have enough. Whenever you feel anything that you're not supposed to feel, right? That lacks love. Because any negative feeling or any feeling of being depleted or whatever, that's not a feeling of love at all, right? Count your blessings. Look around you. Look around you. I don't care if you don't have a lot of money. I don't care if you don't have this and you don't have. Look at what you do have. I think a lot of times we miss our blessings by looking at what was or what could possibly be, and we're missing what is already. We're missing it because you are sitting in blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings, and we're blind to them because we're too busy looking behind or in front instead of looking right here. Looking right here. If you have a roof over your head, you're blessed. If you have clothes on your back, you are blessed. If you have food to eat, you are blessed. If you have a vehicle to drive, you are blessed. If you have the feet and the ability to walk, you are blessed. If you have the activity of all of your limbs, you're blessed. If you have your mind, you're blessed. If you have your speech, you're blessed. Even if you don't, and you have the ability to write your thoughts, you're blessed. You're blessed. You're blessed. You are way more blessed than what you give yourself credit for. You're way more blessed than what you give God credit for. Period. So there's no reason that anybody should be walking around sulking in their situation. Identify the situation, okay? Don't ignore it. Obviously, you got to identify it. Identify the situation, acknowledge the situation, right? Come up with a plan for the situation, but don't allow your feelings to be depicted and determined because of the situation. Hello. Because you're yet blessed regardless of the situation. If your eyes are set to the blessings that you already had, right? All right, let's keep going. The next thing that we learned last week, how you feel about each subject in your life is an exact reflection of what you have been giving out on each subject, right? Say, for instance, how you feel about your partner right now, right? If they are aggravating your soul, they get on your nerve, frustrating this, and then the third. How you feel about that subject matter is an exact reflection of what you have been giving out on that subject matter, right? How you feel about your finances. If you're always belly aching about, oh, I got more month than money. Oh, as soon as it hit, it's already gone. Before I get paid, my money already spent. How you feel about it is an exact reflection of what you have given to it. Hello. All right. You want to change the outcome of a situation? Change your view of the situation. Change how you feel about the situation. Change your perspective of the situation. You change the situation. All right. Next, life isn't happening to you. Life is responding to you. Every subject of your life is your call. And you make the call on everything in life by what you give. Life is not happening to you. It's happening for you, and it's responding to you. But what are you communicating to life? And what is life responding to you? You are the creator. We are extensions of the creator, which means that anything that the creator can do, we can do. Hello. This is why it's important for you to activate and ignite the power inside of yourself. Because you are the extension of the creator, which means you can create just as the creator created. Hello. But just like the creator said, let there be, and there was. What do you think you are calling to your life? If you focus on things that are not like what you want and they are not what you desire, do you not believe that just as suddenly as there was light when the creator said let there be, do you not believe that you are calling the demise to yourself when you focus on that thing? You are a creator, people. You are way more powerful than what you give yourself credit for. And as you dwell on things in your mental, in your feelings, and in your words, and in your actions, when you dwell on things that you do not want, what are you doing? You are creating that thing in your life, right? Life is responding to what you're creating. It's responding to what you're creating. The question is, what are you creating? What are you cultivating? What are you sculpting for yourself? By your words, by your thoughts, by your feelings. The next point, there are infinite levels of good feelings you can feel, which means there is no end to the heights of life that you can receive. The only limitation to what you can receive from this life is your own limitations. That's it. All of this, they were born with a silver spoon. I got to deal with the cards I was dealt. Says who? Says who? The reason that you were born to the parents that you were born to, in the geographical location that you were born in the time and date and year that you were born in, it's all conducive to what you're supposed to be doing in this life. But that doesn't mean that you are subject to staying in that situation. Gain the knowledge and the nuggets that you're supposed to gain because of those components in your life, and then become reminded of who you are, align with who you are, and activate yourself, right? But there is no end to the heights of life that you can receive. The only person, hear me, the only person that can stop you from going above and beyond your mind, what your mind can even fathom, is you. Is you. If you say, the people like me, you know what I'm saying, coming from where I'm coming from, we don't get privileges like that. Those opportunities don't come for us. They come for the people on the other side. So the reason that that's the case is because you just said it and that's how you think. So you have limited yourself to only receiving what it is that you receive right now. That's all you're going to have because that's all you see for yourself. Right? When you open up yourself and see more, know more, believe more, feel more, then more can draw to you. Again, it's basic law of attraction. Basic law of attraction, like attracts like. So when you feel that there's more for you, when you feel that you have the ability to receive more, when you feel that you have the right to receive more, when you feel that you deserve more, more will find you. More will attract to you. Because if you know without a shadow of a doubt, I know that I'm going to get that job. I know that I am in position for that house. I know that I will have that promotion. I know. The more you rehearse that and feel those feelings of knowing, that thing will find you. It will move mountains, people, events out of the way to connect with what you said. Life is responding to you. Okay? There's no limits to the heights that you can go. The next, all the things you love want you. Dollars want you. Health want you. Happiness want you. All of the things that you love, they want you too. What you want wants you back. What you want wants you back. Don't ever think that love don't live here no more. That is it's a hot song, you know. Love don't live here no more. It don't live there because you said so. Huh? You've made yourself unlivable and uninhabitable for love. That's why you don't have it. Because you said so. Right? Dollars ain't coming your way because you repel dollars by your thoughts and your attitude, your feelings. You repel them. Oh man, listen, every time I get it, it burns a hole in my. The more you speak repellent, the more you think repellent, the more you feel repellent, then you repel those things, no matter whether they're dollars, health, relationships, peace, happiness, joy, all of that. Okay? The next thing, don't struggle to change the circumstances of your life. Give love through your good feelings, and what you want will appear. Stop toiling. Stop fighting. What are you fighting for? Just become. That's it. Just connect with, align with, right? Through your thoughts and feelings. Send love through that thing. Let me tell you something. One thing about the power of love, the whole of existence is existing because of love. Love is the electricity current that's going through all things. The reason that flowers grow is because of love. The reason that air and wind is blowing is because of love. The reason that we are here is because of love. The reason that the trees blow is because of love and release oxygen to us is because of love for us. Those trees are not blowing for themselves. Hello. Those flowers do not grow because of themselves, because they just want to see how pretty they are. No. Everything that is happening for you, around you, is doing that because it loves you. Everything. All of the things that are here for you, readily available for you, is readily available because of the love for you, because of the Creator's love for you. Everything that is happening in life is generated from love. And whenever things don't feel like love, then understand that is not of our Creator. Even when people say, oh, God gonna judge you, it's even said out of fear. And you know what I'm saying? Trying to bring doomsday to somebody. No, check this out. I welcome God judging me. You know why? Because God does not reduce itself to our definition of what judging means. Hello? The divisiveness, division, separatism, all of that stuff, that did not come from our almighty, our infinite, intelligent God. It came from man. It came from man, not God. When God judges you based on how God created you, which is from love. Hello? I would much rather God's judgment than any man's judgment any day. Any day, okay? For real, for real. God will never reduce itself to you and your man level, especially when you take on man mentality. When you are of spirit, who's temporarily in a physical body, temporarily going back to spirit. That's why it's imperative for you to remember who you are, so that you can act out of who you are. Same way Christ did, acted out of who they were. When it came down to Christ, if you notice, when Christ was born not understanding where Christ was, who Christ was, or whatever the case. He then started taking on the mannerisms and the skills and abilities of his then stepfather, okay, Joseph, doing carpentry work and all of this, and the third. That wasn't what Christ was sent here for. It's very easy to become distracted, hello, and easy to become influenced by the people around us and wander off into things that we're not supposed to be doing, for real, for real. What happened? If you're a reader of the Bible, then you know that Christ disappeared for some time. There was no mention of Christ for several years. And then when he reemerged aligned with who what he was sent there for. He had to isolate himself and remember who he was. Remember who he was. Carpentry was not who he was. Carpentry was what he did. Carpentry was not who he was. Just like you. A mother is not who you are. Mother is what you do. Mother is a title that you acquired. Father is a title that you acquired. But it's not who you are. Who you are is who you were prior to this life. That's why we got to remember. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. And then you can, while you're donning the titles of mother, father, sister, brother, contractor, worker, blah, 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 you can operate in those realms as you, your original you, and infiltrate and make big change, godly, divine change in those avenues as your divine self. Once you remember and align with your divine self, right? There you go. Don't struggle with it. Become who you are. Align with who you are. And the last point of the point of power from last week is you have to give good feelings first. You have to be happy first and give happiness to receive happy things. Whatever you want to receive in life, you must give first. Facts. It's not just going to fall on your plate. It's not just going to fall out the sky just because no, you have to emit that thing. Again, like attracts like. So if based on the law of attraction, if it ain't feeling happiness is not gonna, if you're not feeling happiness is not gonna find you. Right? If you're not feeling, prosperity is not gonna find you. If you're not feeling peace, if you're not feeling joy, if you're not feeling love, it's not going to find you. More and more and more needs to find you because of what you are exuding from you, right? What you are emitting from you. That's how it finds you when you become it. You're sending out a transmission. You're sending out a communication. You send it out a signal. And you said, man, I love me. I love all things about me. I love my skin. I love my hair. I love my body. No matter how big, small, medium, it don't matter. I love my body. I love my health. I love my being. I love my personality. I love. And feel that love. Know that love. Connect with that love. Don't just say something. And that's another thing too, because a lot of us, we are conditioned to just say something, but not actually believe what we're saying. It's called tradition. It's called routine. Okay, we done got ourselves into this routine of confessing things or affirming things, and do you truly believe what you're saying? Because if you did, it would be finding you right now. Okay. Or are you just saying it to get it out of the way or to appear to be believing what you're saying for the sake of other people? Because Lord knows this is a society that is a people pleasing society, appeasing others at the demise of self. Hello. Lord knows you talking to someone who was a shoot. Man, talk about people pleasing. Baby, those days are far gone. You understand me? I don't care what you think about it. The answer is N and O. All right. Seriously. If I don't feel it, and if it's not connected to my heart space, again, you got to check in with yourself. How do I feel about that request? How do I feel? Here's the thing, prime example, okay? Prime example. I'm putting my business out there, sure enough, y'all. Oh, Lord Jesus. Y'all know I don't be putting my business. Yes, I do. I tell all my business. I spill my own tea. I promise you I do. Why? Because embarrassment don't live in me, right? Shame, guilt, that stuff don't live here. I promise you. You know why? Because the same stuff that I deal with, guess what? You do too. All right? You do too. Right? So all of the people that got so much to say about everybody else, child, the reason you got so much to say is probably because you're well educated in that very same subject matter. Hello, somebody. Okay. So anyway, I was dating someone, right? I was dating someone last year, and I made the decision to split from them in January of this year. The reason that I did is because I found that they were, first of all, I found that they were very deceitful. I'm talking about lying through every single tooth in their mouth. You hear me? And it would always catch up with them, right? Not to mention there was, oh God, it was so much stuff. Yeah, okay, that's instead of going, through all the details, right? So, don't get me wrong, great friend. I've been knowing him for well over 20 years. Okay. Great friend, all of those things, great person, excellent worker, amazing father, all of those things. However, but, terrible partner, terrible partner. Okay. Terrible partner. Right. So with that being said, just today, not 2 hours before our session began, that person messaged me and sent a very cute video and said, it was like a cartoon caricature video that said, why they said, I have a question to ask you. Why are you so dang cute and why are you so far away? Right. And so, and they reiterated with why with a bunch of heart faces and stuff like that, right? So I saw it and I sat for a second, because like I said last week, I'm working very, very hard on not judging, right? Not I'm working on killing the part of me that wants to judge a person, that wants to be critical of a person and things like that. I'm really working on killing that portion of myself because we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need no parts of that. Okay. This society is full of critical people that always seem to have an opinion about somebody. And, it's like, my God, my word. But anyway, so I paused for a second so that I can speak out of, honesty, without tearing this person down, because my goal is never to do that. It's to keep the matter of fact, my goal is to always leave a person better than when I found them, than when I came into their presence, right? Whether it's virtually or not. So my response to him was simply this. I said, when I said that, it was, I said it was a very, very cute video. I said, this is so cute. Thank you. No, I just said it's so cute. That's all I said. So then they responded with, Bianca, it's serious when they say your whole name, your name, right? He said, Bianca, I still love you, and said, mind you, 2 hours prior to the live today, I still love you. And then said, regardless of anything that transpired, right? And again, I paused. And I had to think, because what I needed to say in a way, again, that would convey my actual thoughts, but and feelings, but it would also leave him whole, and even leave him with some provoking thought on his end. So I responded with, I said, I appreciate, you sharing with me your feelings or whatever the case. I said, I would be remiss if I said, I didn't have care for you. I said, I have love for you, as I do everybody. Honestly, I do. And I said, as a person, as a father, as a friend, I said, you are amazing. You're amazing. I said, but as a partner is where you fell short. Okay. I said, I hear you saying regardless of what transpired. I said, but for me to disregard what transpired is me dishonoring my own feelings and the reason why I disconnected us in the first place. I cannot disregard what transpired, because therein lie the lessons for me, okay, which provoked my decision. Okay, every single thing, there are no losses in life. Everything has a lesson attached to it. The problem is we oftentimes don't gain the lesson, so we have to loop around and go through this season all over again. I refuse to do that. I've done that too many times over the course of my life so far. So I said to him, I said, if I disregarded what transpired, it would be dishonoring me. That would dishonor me. I would be dishonoring myself if I disregarded what transpired. I said, again, this has nothing to do with you as a person. As a person, you are amazing. You're awesome. As a partner, I say, you didn't work for me. And I said, and the reason I say that, and I said also too, keep in mind, as a partner, and you say you love, right? That love is serious. And to define love and how love is and how you exude love and things like that, if you truly loved as love is supposed to be felt and displayed, the things that transpire would never have transpired. Let's be clear. Come on now. The things that transpired would never have transpired if true love were present. Okay. That's number one. Number two, when those things transpired, that was my indication that there is not true love here. It's pseudo love, our own definition of love, because love does not hurt. I don't care what people say. Love hurts. That's a whole hot song too. Who's saying that? I think Aerosmith or whoever. Love hurts. No, it doesn't. No part of love hurts. It does not. Not actual love, not God love, not I am love. Oh no. No, it does not hurt. So if your type of love brings hurt to me, that ain't the love that I want. That ain't the love I deserve. And so if I choose that, in knowing that that's not what I want, I'm dishonoring myself. Hello? See, oftentimes, especially in dating and relationships, we don't do this enough. We don't check in with ourselves. We don't see, because we're too desperate. We're too thirsty sometimes. We're too, I just want to be with somebody, and I just want somebody to be with me. And then what? What's the price that you're going to pay for doing that to yourself? Right? We went through the situation for a reason. I was revealed the deception for a reason. For a reason. So if I went back knowing that there has been no change whatsoever, because there has been no change whatsoever, that is me dishonoring myself. And if I went back to him and put him in a place, in a place in my life that who I truly, or who God is truly sending my way is set for, then when that person makes their way around to me, then that seat would be filled and I would miss who I'm supposed to be with because I settled for who I should have let go of again already. I didn't make room for what I truly desire because, again, like I just stated, happiness wants you. Love wants you. True love, true peace, true happiness, divine love, divine peace, divine happiness wants you. But if you are settling for pseudo love and pseudo happiness and conditional this and conditional that, just to say I got somebody, then you are depriving yourself of receiving the divine kind of love that is already set for you and is trying to make its way to you. And so with that, and with respect, I told him, I said, listen, I said, who you are, you're okay with. How you are, you're okay with. And instead of me trying to change you and alter you, which is what I don't want to do, I want you to change and alter yourself whenever you're ready, though. Don't do it for me. Do it for you. Instead of me trying to do that to you, right, I simply witnessed and observed who you are and how you are. And then I made a decision that how you are and who you are is not working for me. It's not conducive for what I want for myself. And with that, I made a decision without battering you, without tearing you down, without any of those things. I don't have to do that. I can simply take the lesson, take the awareness, because, you know, when a person is showing you who they are, you must believe them. Don't try to rewrite their script. Hello. Believe what they're displaying for you and then make your decision, right? Don't argue with them. Don't try to alter them. Don't try to change them. Take it in and become educated in who they are. And then you decide, right? And my decision is I'm worth more than this. So with all due respect and with the love that I have for you, I release you to go and have fun being who you want to be, doing what you want to do. And then I'm going to be over here still cultivating myself, readying myself to receive what wants me to. Hello, right? I honor me fully and completely. I love me and protect me fiercely and savagely. I don't play about me, period, point blank. And I'm not going to connect with somebody who plays with me, on me, against me. You understand what I'm saying? We're not going to do that. So if that means that I'm going to be solo dolo until I'm 5,500 years old, then so be it, right? Because I'm worth the wait. I am worth the wait. I am deserving of everything that is deserving of me. Hello, somebody. That's the love that I have for me, right? And I'm learning more and more and more of this by going through these books and by journeying through these. Man, listen, it's something when you know who you are, man. It's something when you know who you are. You act like it. You act like it. You move like it. You walk like it. You talk like it. You think like it. You feel like it. Hello. Man. Okay, let's go into the chapter. Feeling frequencies. If you can feel it, you can receive it. Everything in the universe is magnetic, and everything has a magnetic frequency. Your feelings and thoughts have magnetic frequencies too. Good feelings mean you're on a positive frequency of love. Bad feelings mean you're on a negative frequency. Whatever you feel, whether good or bad, determines your frequency. And like a magnet, you attract the people, events, and circumstances that are on the same frequency. Going back to the story, what he was communicating was not my frequency. So I don't want to attract that. Right? Okay, here we go. If you are feeling enthusiastic, your frequency of enthusiasm will attract enthusiastic people, situations, and events. If you are feeling fearful, your frequency of fear will attract fearful people, situations, and events to you. You are never left in any doubt about the frequency you're on because your frequency is always exactly whatever you're feeling. You can change your frequency at any time by changing how you feel, and everything around you will change because you're on a new frequency. You can take any situation in your life, and every possible outcome of that situation can happen. Any outcome can happen because you can have any feeling about the situation. A relationship can be on a happy, joyful, exciting, satisfying, and every good feeling frequency. A relationship can also be on a boring, frustrating, worrisome, resentful, and depressing, and every bad feeling frequency. Any outcome of that relationship can happen. And the way you feel determines exactly what will happen in that relationship. Whatever feeling you are giving about that relationship is exactly what you will receive back in the relationship. If you're feeling joyful about the relationship most of the time, you're giving love, and you must receive love and joy back through that relationship because that's the frequency you're on. Neville Goddard stated, "A change of feeling is a change of destiny." Look at the list of feeling frequencies and you'll see that no matter what the subject in your life, there are many different feeling frequencies. And you determine the outcome of each subject through how you feel about it. You can feel excited, happy, joyful, hopeful, worried, fearful, or depressed about money. You can feel ecstatic, passionate, blissful, discouraged, or anxious about your health. These are all different feelings frequencies, and whatever feeling frequency you're on is what you will receive. You may want to travel, but if you feel disappointment that you don't have the money to travel, then on the subject of travel, you are feeling disappointment. Feeling disappointment means you're on the disappointment frequency, and you will continue to receive disappointing circumstances in which you cannot travel until you change the way you feel. The force of love will move every circumstance for you to travel. But you have to be on one of the good feeling frequencies in order to receive it. When you change the way you feel about a situation, you are giving a different feeling. You're on a different feeling frequency, and the situation must change to mirror your new frequency. If something negative has happened in your life, you can change it. It is never too late because you can always change the way you feel. To receive what you would love, to change anything into what you would love, no matter what the subject, all it takes is changing the way you feel. Nikola Tesla states, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." He was the inventor of the radio, alternating current, all of those things, and a whole lot of other stuff too. Take your feelings off autopilot. Take your feelings off of automatic pilot. Here we go. Many people don't know about the power of good feelings. And so their feelings are reactions or responses to what happens to them. They have put their feelings on automatic pilot instead of deliberately taking charge of them. When something good happens, they feel good. When something bad happens, they feel bad. They don't realize that their feelings are the cause of what is happening to them. As they react with negative feelings to something that has happened, they give out more negative feelings and they receive back more negative circumstances. They become trapped in a cycle by their own feelings. Their life goes around and around in circles, not getting anywhere, like a hamster on a wheel, because they don't realize that to change their life, they must change their feeling frequency. Epictetus stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." My grandmother used to say this. I didn't know she got it from a philosopher, a Greek philosopher. My goodness. She said to me, she said, "It's not what they call you that matters. It's what you answer to that matters." She told me that. Yeah, I'm talking about my grandmother has been gone since 97. Okay. And that thought has always stuck with me. Right. So the Greek Epictetus states, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Right. How you react to it that matters. I told you all last week of the story of the young man, the wonderful young man that my nonprofit had recognized a couple of weeks prior to, maybe a week prior to the situation happening. Well, needless to say, he's a landscaper and he was cutting someone's grass, doing a good deed, because he cuts the grass of veterans, and disabled people for free. So he was doing the good deed and things like that. And he's in the back of their house. And lo and behold, his equipment was being stolen off of his truck in the front of the house. Had no idea until he reached back to his truck and saw his stuff was gone, right? He let me know, and immediately, of course, I acknowledged the situation. I said, "Oh my goodness, no, that is crazy." I said, "But check this out. Let's look at it. Let's change the situation." So even in that, especially if you're an agent of change, if you are an agent of change, when people bring problems to you, you as the change agent know how to alchemize that situation and turn it around, right? And a true alchemist knows how to change the situation, right? So immediately I said, okay, let's acknowledge what just happened. I'm not going to dismiss it as if it didn't happen. But what I'm going to do, though, is give you a different perspective. I said, let's look at it like this. Maybe this is the universe's way of clearing out old and in order to bring you new. Because in order for us to receive new things, we gotta remove the old anyway, right? Out with the old and with the new. I said, this could be the universe's way of clearing out your old equipment to bring you new equipment, because you're about to receive a flood of new customers and your old equipment is not going to adequately uphold the workload that is about to come your way, right? See it as a blessing. See it as a blessing. And when you see situations like this, yes, of course, handle the situation, do the police report, the whole 112, but don't allow your mind, your feelings, your heart, your words, or anything to be victim and go into this victim mentality and to deal with this situation, or see the situation from a place of hurt and pain and I can't believe. No, don't let yourself immediately alchemize the situation. Do you not know? When he got that message from me, he said, "You know what? You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I choose to look at it this way." Da 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 da. And he went on about his business. The next day, it wasn't 24 hours. It was not 24 hours, y'all. This man messaged me and said, "You will never believe it." He says, "Every one of my clients most of my clients that I do free work for, why did they cut me checks to replace all of my equipment for brand new equipment?" I'm talking about, y'all, 24 hours. Every single thing that was stolen off that truck was then replaced with brand new equipment. Okay. Serial numbers, going straight to the hardware stores, picking up all types of stuff without removing $1 from his pocket. 24 hours. 24 hours. And he was still able to do the police report. They were able to identify the thief and the whole 9 yards, and boom, new equipment. I said, see, you see what I'm saying? This is why we don't need to react to stuff. This is why we need to be mindful of the response that we give to every situation, because you have no idea what you are throwing off with the frequencies that you're emitting, right? Alchemy. I'm a queen of alchemy. You understand me? Okay, here we go. If you don't have enough money, naturally you don't feel good about money, but the money in your life will never change while you don't feel good about it. If you give out negative feelings about money, you're on a negative frequency about money, and you will receive back negative circumstances such as big bills or things breaking down, which are all circumstances that drain you of money. When you react with negative feelings to a big bill, you give out more negative feelings about money, which bring even more negative circumstances to you that will drain you of more money. You understand? Every single second is an opportunity to change your life, because in every moment you can change the way you feel. It doesn't matter what you have felt before. It doesn't matter what mistakes you think you may have made. When you change the way you feel, you are on a different frequency, and the law of attraction responds instantaneously. Instantaneously. What did I say? In 24 hours, he saw the result of his instantaneous change of feelings and frequency. So just because in that single moment that he changed his frequency, he didn't see the results right then and there. The moment he changed his frequency, the emission that he was putting out in the universe immediately changed instantaneously. So the communication was different, the orders were different, and the law of attraction went in action instantaneously, and he saw the results within 24 hours. Okay? Instantaneously. When you change the way you feel, the past has gone. So whatever you was feeling before, it's null and void, forgotten. When you change the way you feel, your life changes. What happened before has no more merit. Period. That's why it is imperative that we remove ourselves from the past. Do not live there, because if you keep rehearsing past, you will keep reliving past. Okay? When you change the way you feel, the past has gone immediately. Okay? Neville Goddard stated, "Do not waste one moment in regret, for to think feelingly of the mistakes of the past is to reinfect yourself." Come on here. The next section, no excuses for the force of love. If your life is not filled with everything you love, it doesn't mean you're not a good and loving person. The life purpose for each of us is to overcome negativity by choosing love. The problem is that most people love and then stop loving hundreds of times a day. Hello. Pseudo love. They don't give love long enough for the force of love to move all the good things into their life. Think about it. One moment you give love through a warm hug with a loved one, and then you stop giving love within minutes when you get annoyed because you can't find your keys, or you're delayed in traffic, or you can't find a parking space. Come on here, emotional roller coaster. You give love when you laugh with a work colleague, and then you stop when you get disappointed because a local lunch place has run out of something you want. You give love as you look forward to the weekend, and then you stop when you receive your bills. And so it continues all through the day. You give love, you stop giving love. Give love and stop giving love. Give love and stop giving love, from one moment to the next. You are either giving love and harnessing the force of love, or you're not. You can't harness the force of love with an excuse about why you didn't love. Excuses and justifying why you didn't love just add more negativity to your life. When you give an excuse as to why you didn't love, you're feeling the same negativity again. And so you're giving out more of it. Okay? Gautama Buddha stated, this is the founder of Buddhism, stated, "Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one getting burned." Come on here. This is why I said at the top of the segment, just because you don't understand other aspects of understanding, knowledge, or faith, or whatever the case, doesn't mean that the one that you have is the sole one. I kid you not. I have studied multiple religions and multiple faiths, and I'm still studying them. Okay? Because again, coming up, I was taught that there was only one way to be, and one way to learn, and one way to understand, and one doctrine, and one this and one that. That is very limiting. It is very limiting, you all. I'm telling you now. Because when you open yourself up to vastness, you'll come to learn that every single doctrine, every single culture is saying the same thing, right? They're just saying it for their culture, like you're saying it for your culture, and so forth and so on, okay? He said the same thing, all right? If you get annoyed because there was a mix-up in an appointment and you blame the other person for the mix-up, you are using blame as your excuse not to give love. But the law of attraction only receives what you are giving. So if you're giving blame, you must receive the circumstances of blame back in your life. It won't necessarily come back to you from the person that you are blaming, but most assuredly, you will receive a circumstance of blame. There are no excuses for the force of love. You get what you give, period. Every little thing is included. That's the next section. Blame, criticism, finding fault, and complaining are all forms of negativity. All of them bring so much strife. With every little complaint and every moment you criticize anything, you are giving negativity. Complaints about the weather, traffic, the government, your partner, children, parents, long lines, the economy, food, your body, your work, customers, businesses, prices, noises, or services seem like small, harmless things, but they bring back with them a whole host of negativity. Throw out of your vocabulary words like terrible, horrible, disgusting, and awful. Because when you say those words, they come with strong feelings. When you say them, they must return to you, which means you are putting those labels on your life. Don't you think it would be a good idea to use more words like fantastic, amazing, fabulous, brilliant, and wonderful? Let me say this, going back to being negative about, economy, food, gas prices, all of this and the long lines. And we're just talking from an individual standpoint, right? Let me open this up for you. Think about what happens when all of us on this planet at the same time are emitting these negative feelings by complaining all the time, by talking about the government all the time, by talking about and complaining about food prices all the time, by complaining about noise and prices and all of this stuff all the time, right? If it's powerful on an individual basis, how powerful do you think, and how much effect do you think it has when we all are doing the same thing at one time? We're all living in the effects of all of us being critical and negative. See, this is why it is imperative for us to remember who we are, because your life is not your own, and how you carry on and what you emit and draw to yourself by magnetic force, the people around you have to also deal with your stuff too. So again, imagine if it's powerful on a singular basis, imagine what it is on a masses basis. Yikes, y'all. Come on, man. All right, here we go. You can have whatever you love and want, but you have to harmonize with love. And that means there are no excuses for not giving love. Excuses and justifications prevent you from receiving everything you want. They prevent you from having an amazing life. Edwin Markham stated, all that we send into the lives of others comes back into our own. All that we send into the lives of others comes back into our own. You don't make a connection when you complain to a store person and then a few hours later you receive a call from your neighbor complaining that your dog is barking. You don't make a connection when you meet a friend for lunch and talk negatively about a mutual friend and you arrive back to work and discover big problems have developed with your major client. You don't make a connection when your dinner conversation is about something negative in the news and that night you can't sleep because of an upset stomach. You don't make a connection when you stop to help someone who has dropped something in the street and 10 minutes later you get a parking space right outside the supermarket door. You don't make a connection when you happily help your child with their homework and the next day you receive news that your tax refund will be bigger than you thought. You don't make a connection when you do a favor for a friend and that same week your boss gives you 2 complimentary tickets to a sports game. In every circumstance and moment of your life, you are receiving what you are giving, whether you make the connection or not. What this just said is that there is a connection to it all. We don't pay attention to that though. We're just la 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 going about life, thinking, I'm only human, whatever the case. You not understanding. You're not making the connection, people. Okay. Neville Goddard stated, nothing comes from without. All comes from within. Period. It's an inside job. It always starts from the inside. Okay. Inside of you. The next section, the tipping point. If you give more than 50% positive thoughts and feelings instead of negative, you have reached a tipping point. Even if you just give 51% good thoughts and good feelings, you have tipped the scales of your life. And here's the reason why. When you give love, it not only comes back to you as positive circumstances that you love, but as it comes back, it adds even more love and positivity to your life. The new positivity then attracts more positive things, adding even more love and positivity to your life. And so it continues. Everything is magnetic. And when something good comes to you, it magnetically attracts more good things. You may have experienced this when you said you were having a lucky streak or you were on a roll, when one good thing after another happened and the good things just kept happening. The only reason those times occurred was because you had given out more love than negativity. And as the love returned to you, it added more love to your life, which then attracted even more good things. You may have also experienced the reverse happening when something went wrong and then other things started going wrong, one after the other. Those times happened because you gave more negativity than love. And as the negativity returned to you, it happened more negativity. It added more negativity to your life, which then attracted even more negative things. You may have called those things a run of bad luck, but they have nothing to do with luck at all. The law of attraction was working precisely in your life. And those times, good or bad, were simply a reflection of the percentage of love or negativity you were giving. The only reason the lucky streak or the run of bad luck changed is that at some point you tipped the scales the other way with your feelings. Talk about tipping the scales in Libra season. Hello, somebody. You all, my birthday is in like 2 weeks. What in the world, y'all? Okay, here we go. October 5th for those who want to know. Libra, stand up, gang. Okay. All right, here we go. Charles Honell stated, it is thus that you may lead a charmed life and be forever protected from all harm. It is thus you may become a positive force whereby conditions of opulence and harmony may be attracted to you. All righty. The next, there's a picture of a scale here, y'all. It is not by happenstance. When I tell you everything is in divine order, come on, Libra season. You better come through in a major way as we typically do. Hello. All right. To change your life, all you have to do is tip the scales by giving 51% of love through your good thoughts and good feelings. Once you reach the tipping point of giving more love than negativity, the love that comes back to you then multiplies itself by attracting more love through the law of attraction. Suddenly, you experience an acceleration and multiplication of good things. Instead of more negative things coming back to you and multiplying, you now have more good things coming back to you and being multiplied in every area of your life. And this is the way your life is supposed to be. When you wake up each morning, you're standing at the tipping point of your day. One way tips you into a wonderful day filled with good things, and the other way tips you into a day filled with problems. You are the one who determines what your day will be by the way that you feel. Whatever you're feeling is what you're giving. And with that certainty, that is exactly what you will receive back in your day, surrounding you wherever you go. As you begin your day and you're feeling happy, while you keep feeling happy, your day will be great. But if you begin your day in a bad mood and you do nothing to change it, your day will not be a great day at all. One day of good feelings not only changes your day, it changes your tomorrow and your life. Provided you maintain your good feelings and you go to sleep feeling good, you begin the next day with a momentum of good feelings. As you continue to give good as much as you can, your good feelings continue to multiply by the law of attraction. And so it continues day after day, and your life gets better and better. Jerry Spinelli stated, live today, not yesterday, not tomorrow, just today. Inhabit your moments. Don't rent them out to tomorrow. Ooh, that's good. Live today, not yesterday, not tomorrow, just today. Inhabit your moments. Don't rent them out to tomorrow. Be here, right now, y'all. In this moment. In this moment, I have food to eat, plenty of it. In this moment, I have a roof over my head and I feel good. In this moment, this climate and the weather and the breeze that's blowing feels so amazing. In this moment, the peace in my home is just awesome. In this moment, the vastness and the array of clothes and variety of choices that I have in my clothes is abundant, okay? In this moment, my car is working perfectly fine. In this moment, I have enough gas in it to get me from wherever I need to go, whenever I need to be there. In this moment, I can look out in my yard and enjoy the green of the grass and the blowing of the trees and the flowers and even the leaves that's starting to fall. In this moment, I can watch my dogs play in the backyard and enjoy the play and the excitement and the love that they have for each other. I can witness that, and it emits to me in this moment. In this moment, I have the activity of my limbs, and I am so grateful. In this moment, I can move my feet. I can move my arms. I can type on my keyboard. In this moment, I have the sight of both eyes. I can blink readily. I can move my nose. I can smell clearly. I can speak clearly. I can use my mouth. I have a mouthful of teeth. In this moment, my body is working perfectly fine for me. In this moment, y'all. In this moment right here, my bank account has enough money in it to satisfy me today. In this moment. Don't rent them out to tomorrow. Tomorrow, you will be able to enjoy the tomorrow moments. They will become this moment. But stay here. Be mindful of the right now, the present moment. Be happy. Choose happy right now. Choose peace right now. Choose joy right now. In this moment, I am happy. In this moment, I am exuding love because I feel love. In this moment, I have the peace that goes far beyond my understanding. In this moment, I am fully, completely here. In this moment, I'm connected with myself. In this moment, I'm aligned with all that is me. In this moment, I am aligned with my highest self. In this moment, I hear the voice of my founder, my creator. In this moment, I feel the energy of the universe. In this moment, I exude all that is wonderful and love. And in this moment, all things that I exude comes back to me in fullness and abundance. And in this moment, I'm grateful for the universe for finding me. I'm grateful for happiness that wants me finding me. I'm grateful for money that wants me finding me. I'm grateful for joy and peace that wants me finding me. I'm grateful in this moment. Okay. I had to take this moment and show gratitude to this moment. Okay. So many people don't live for today. They are completely consumed with the future. And yet it is how we live today that creates our future. It is what you feel today that matters, because it is the only thing that determines your future. Every day is an opportunity for a new life, because every single day you stand at the tipping point of your life. And on any one day, you can change the future through the way that you feel. When you tip the balance to good feelings, the force of love will change your life so fast that you will scarcely believe it. Okay? My goodness, man. Let's make that the vow for this week. I know we're going to be meeting at the end of 2 days on Tuesday for chapter 4. But let's make that the vow of this week and moving forward. But we have to take it day by day, right? So starting right now in this moment, embrace today. Be present today. When we get off this live, which it will be in the next 5 minutes, okay? When we get off this live, Stand in where you are, sit where you are, and become aware of what's happening in that moment. Acknowledge it. Show gratitude to it. Send love to it. Embrace it. Sit in it. I mean, sit in it. Ground yourself in this moment, in that very moment. You understand? Be observant of what's all present with you in that moment. Who is present with you in that moment? And take advantage of appreciating all of what and who is in that moment with you, sharing that moment with you. Do that. And do that today. And then when tomorrow comes, do that tomorrow. And do it the next day. Make a habit of it, of being in the moment. Okay? Here are the points of power for today, the things that we went over and learned today. Number one, everything in the universe is magnetic and everything has a magnetic frequency, including your thoughts and feelings. The next, whatever you feel, whether good or bad, determines your frequency, and you attract the people, events, and circumstances that are on the same frequency. The next, change your frequency at any time by changing how you feel, and everything around you will change because you're on a new frequency. The next, if something negative happens in your life, you can change it. It is never too late because you can always change the way you feel. The next, many people put their feelings on automatic pilot. Their feelings are reactions to what happens to them. However, they don't realize that it's their feelings that are the cause of what happens to them. The next, to change anything, whether it's the circumstances of money, health, relationships, or any subject whatsoever, you have to change the way you feel. The next, blame, criticism, finding fault, and complaining are all forms of negativity, and all of them bring back nothing but strife. The next, throw out of your vocabulary words like terrible, horrible, disgusting, and awful. Use more words like fantastic, amazing, fabulous, brilliant, and wonderful. The next, even if you just give 51% good thoughts and good feelings, you have tipped the scales of your life. And last, every day is an opportunity for a new life. Every day you stand at the tipping point of your new life. And on any one day, you can change the future through the way you feel. Okay? That chapter, y'all, I hope y'all felt as good as I felt about that chapter right there, baby. I hope your arsenal is fully loaded. I hope your utility belt and your tool belt is filled up with what we gained today. Because, man, this here, if y'all don't get that book, if you all don't get that book, it is only $5. Get this book. If you don't have this book or the book that we read before or any other books that we're going to go to next, get the book. What are y'all waiting on? What are y'all waiting on? Okay? Invest in yourself. Circulate those funds. You have more than enough. If you think you don't, then you're not going to have enough. But if you know that $5 is worth you investing in you, let it circulate its way back to you. You investing in yourself. Get this book, man. Get this book so that you can have this with you and you can reiterate and go over this stuff for yourself. Email me so you can get this book. Listen, man, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Okay, listen, and I'm saying this, to receive the book, then feel free. Okay, inbox me with your email address. I'll tell you exactly where you can sow your $5 seed. But also, if you're listening on Clubhouse, you can back channel me. We are airing live on several different platforms and stuff like that. So feel free to send your information over to me and I'll send it over to you. You can email me at info@biancamissblee.com. You can also visit my website and send me a message through that. That is, the website is in my bio for those on Clubhouse and it's on the screen for those watching via video. Okay, follow me on social media, you all. Follow me. Instagram, Dr. Bianca Miss B. Lee. Facebook, Dr. Bianca Miss B. Lee. YouTube, Dr. Bianca Miss B. Lee. When you get over there, make sure you hit the subscribe. You turn on the bell notification so you don't miss any time that we are here together and things like that. Twitter, Bianca Miss B. Lee. Okay. Also, the next chapter that we are entering on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is the power of creation. The power of creation. What did we talk about today? You are a creator. You are an extension of the creator, which means you are a creator as well, just as powerful. You are an extension of the creator. You were created from the creator, having possessed everything that the creator has. Right? So, with that being said, let's talk about the power of your creative ability. Okay, that is coming on Tuesday. Keep in mind, if you have to replay this, that is the beauty about all of the segments that I do. Every single one is archived for you to go back and replay, listen to again, follow up on it, and all of those things. You don't want to miss out on any segment that we have. I'm telling you now, we're giving you the cheat codes, man. The cheat codes to yourself, to who you are. All right, to who you are. But visit my website so you can be abreast of every single thing that I have going on, not just with here, Divine Femininity, but also in every other aspect. In my real life, in my everyday life, I am a doctor. I am a cognitive behavioral therapist. I am a master life and purpose coach. I am a spiritual coach and teacher. I am a relationship and intimacy coach and guide and teacher and things like that. I teach about a lot of different things. I'm well versed in a lot of different things. I mean, I talk about every single thing that I'm versed in, but trust and believe, the girl is knowledgeable about a lot of stuff, spiritually and naturally, okay? Mentally, emotionally, sexually, physically, business-wise. Hello, those who know. All right. So connect with me. If you can go to my website and see some of the services that I offer. You can see some of the conversations that we can have and all of those things. You can collect some, gather some of the books or whatever the case. You can get some merchandise. I have purpose gear. I believe in being and donning and dressing and looking like who I am, right? Everybody knows about Louis, Gucci, Fendi, Prada. Louis, Gucci, Fendi, and Prada is not doing anything for my purpose and who I am. They don't communicate the mission of me, right? So I purpose myself in wearing who I am. So I created a merchandise line called Purpose Gear by Miss B. It is available on my website and it's also available on Walmart.com. Okay. So Purpose Wear by Miss B. Because hello, I'm in purpose, on purpose 100% of the time. What I put on my back is purposeful. Hello, somebody. What I put on my feet is within the dynamic of my purpose. All right. I don't do nothing by accident. And I definitely don't do it for appeal, for clicks and likes. Okay. Period. Hello. All righty. So with that being said, you all listen. I love y'all. For real. I mean it. There's absolutely positively nothing, and I mean nothing you can do about it. Go on and be with your family. Enjoy yourself. Embrace the right now. When we end this live, do that. Sit in now and observe what's around in now, who's around in now, and show gratitude and love to that thing right now. Right now, don't you dare think about tomorrow and I gotta get and I gotta go over here and I gotta no. Right now, this moment, the one that you have access to, right now. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow you have not seen, nor do you know if it's promised. But right now, you are here. You are here in the right now. Be here. Embrace here. Know here. Feel here. Love here. All right? And right here, right now, I love you. I mean it. There's absolutely positively nothing you can do about it. Don't you even try it. We will see you in 2 days, Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Right here on Divine Femininity United. Peace.